spends every waking hour working, getting to work, getting home from work, really, giving up all his hopes and dreams just to keep things going, and I think that every one of you will, understand what that feels like. You might not know the specifics of it, exactly the way it is in the story, but you know that sort of feeling. And what happens with John is that he becomes involved in a program that is testing a drug that makes it so you don't have to sleep anymore. Now, you get this, and what this basically does is it's extra time. It's the most valuable commodity there is in life is time. And John is at a point in his life where he's starting to realize that time is limited, and that all he ever does are things that are not fulfilling to him, that are not fulfilling to his life, that don't make him happy. And he gets this essentially magical drug that seems like it's going to solve all his problems. And, at first it seems like it is going to solve his problems. But, obviously because it's a comic and, we have to have drama. It's not that easy, and you'll find there's a cost to having what you think is the perfect solution, and things flow from there.
All right, Milo. So obviously you're very, very busy with the shooting of your show and whatnot.
The TV show I do?
Yeah, that one. So what about Rest was so compelling that you wanted to dedicate what little time you have to the project?
I think a lot of it was the script that Russ and I got from Michael Sullivan. So Russ and I have this company, this production company, classic film, television, a lot of digital stuff. And we were presented with this amazing script, really cool script that in theory and concept, something like Mark was saying, we can all identify with. And, as we started looking at opportunities to do something in the feature region, we ran out of, time or rope or room because of the writer's strike, and we brought it to Devil's Due, to Stephen Christie, and to everybody, to Josh, and they freaked out on it. And kind of attaching a visual element to the story that was already pretty cool, and then bringing Mark and Sean and everybody to really make it what it is now. And why not be dedicated to it? I'm a fanboy. I grew up going to comic book shops. That's my father. Fredonia Funnies, Orange County, on Tustin Avenue. That's where I went once a week, looking through the bins, pulling out stuff. So I think to be on the other side of it and have a book and give a book back to the community that kind of raised me a little bit, hell yeah, I'm going to dedicate time to that.
Gotcha. How do you feel about your likeness? Do you approve?
I think it looks more like Russ.
It looks like Dino.
It kind of does.
Yeah.
When that came up, asking for a likeness and everything, it was like it's cool and it's flattering. But I think what we're hoping to do is just have an everyday man. It's somebody that it's not so specific or tailored to me or Russ or Dino or anybody. It's your everyday guy. Everybody knows this guy.
Russ.
Yes.
What about the Rest story inspired you?
He just likes to work with everybody.
Yeah, come on, Russ.
I just think it's kind of it's just today's society. We just love it that it's not in reality.
Louder, Russ.
I think it was just like the original script by Michael Sullivan that he's like a young writer, and I read it, and I know we keep on saying everything about the everyday man, but it's just something that everybody can identify with. And it was just something that I hadn't read. I just read scripts all day long, and I think I read 200 scripts, and I hate really junk. It's bad. That madness. And then when I read Rest, it was like, man, this is it. So it's just conceptually, you guys have never seen it before in any medium.
Got it. Actually, a question for both of you guys. What can you say about the creative team that you've assembled, including Mark Howard and Sean McMahon?
First, let's kind of go back to Steven Selikoff, who kind of introduced us to Devil's Due. And then beyond that, yeah, he's back there hiding. But then, you know, I mean, we really leaned on Stephen Christie and Josh and everybody over at Devil's Due, like, hey, you know, I may be a fan of wrestling, I may be fans of comics, but when it comes to the guys that can actually, you know, turn their artwork in on time, and a guy like Mark who not only understands character but overall conflict in a much grander scale than just, you know, a neighborhood but worldly conflict. I mean, these guys really did, all of us put together just the winning team.
Just like to work with really like young talent, and our colorist is like 19 in college.
Our colorist is in college.
John.
This book is putting her through college.
Yeah.
And then if you guys like Aquaman, Sean McMahon did a great job. Aquaman, I'm a big fan.
Sean McMahon, we're actually really lucky because Sean is a guy who's been around for a long time, and he's totally reinvented himself on this project with Lizzie. He's worked with Alan Moore on Swamp Thing. I did a little bit of Sandman with Neil Diamond, so to have someone like him on here who's been in the industry for so long, and the art just looks so beautiful, it's great. And beyond him, we have Mr. Tim Sale, who also he did the cover for issue 1, and then the superstar artist Phil Jimenez, who might be in here. Is he in here?
Is he still here?
Still here?
Okay.
He left. Okay. Issue 2. So we're really putting out the stops for this, getting top-notch A-list artists, and they're as excited as we are about it. And with the team of Sean and Lizzie on the art on the inside, it looks amazing. We only have, this has been the hit of the con, we only have 1 box left at the Devil's Due booth. So you guys come down, we're right next to Marvel after this, and check it out if you haven't already. Tomorrow.
Isn't Marvel's thing going on now? I think we got a better turnout here. I'd rather be here.
Excellent. All right, everyone. We're going to turn over the panel for questions and answers. So
Oh.
if you guys have any questions for anybody on this lovely panel, start to raise your hand so I can see you. This is question and answer time. Come on, someone.
I'm not doing it. Someone's gonna do it.
Here's
Hold
one.
on a
There
second.
you go.
Oh, no, you could do that to me. Tell me a little bit more about the origin of this and basically the direction that we might see. Oh, great, I got mine.
The origin came from an idea, a script by Michael Sullivan, and was retooled, rethought, collaboratively, all of us, but primarily by this man that I keep getting closer to.
And I got to meet him earlier, and he's amazing. Girls should fall at his feet.
Only if they're 4 and 2 months old. Yeah, actually, I mean, not to belabor the point, but it's funny, these guys were talking about the script. Steve had sent it to me to read and asked me to, you know, give some comments, and I actually read it on the train. I mean, I take the train to New York City every day, and so it literally was a John Barrett type experience, and I'm reading this on the train, I'm like, my God, this is so real. You know, I mean, I've been working in Manhattan for a long time, and I'm not exaggerating when I say this. I've seen people on the subway, you know, more than once, you know, sitting there just sort of looking out the window and crying, you know, very quietly to themselves. And, you know, it sounds like an exaggeration, but it's not. People live these lives of quiet desperation, and, you know, we've all experienced that. So, you know, what we wanted to do with the story is take that idea, and run with it, but also expand it so that it becomes, something bigger, something that, you know, how would it affect society? You know, how aware are the people who are creating this drug of what the impact would be on society? Do they care? Why would they do it? You know, obviously John's reasons are very personal, you know, but what are the reasons that, you know, the company that created this company, Dante Global, why are they doing